Hello, so what are we doing here? Is today going to be a walk? Thought I saw an anemone. Or are we doing something else? Is it going to be a walk, a talk, or other? Well, today it's going to be another, because we're on the hunt for evidence. Yes, well, we're on the lookout for evidence of dormice, because dormice will help to protect a wood, and this wood is undergoing stuff. Now when I say stuff, what I mean is, there's ash that needs to come down. Well, in terms of humans, there's ash that needs to come down because it's falling down, so it needs to be made safe so that people can walk in here again. There's also things like this that are going on, which brings me to another point, and that is that since the ash has been starting to die, sadly, that used to be a lovely little glade. Do you see the grass? But what I've noticed in the past couple of years, and that's all, the past couple of years, is that it's more than just ash that are dying. I mean, in here we've had hawthorn, hazel, elder, ash, obviously, poplar, just falling down. And you can see the amount of trees. Now I know that here we actually have honey fungus, which is a big tree killer, but it's not just here that I'm seeing it, it's in all kinds of other places too, all over the place, in fact everywhere I go. Now I know honey fungus can account for some of that, that's true, but it doesn't account for all of it. Someone's been walking down through there by the looks of it. And a muntjac has been walking along here. Now, yeah, here's the clump of hazel trees. Trying to find the old ones. Yeah, here they are. So there was also bats in here. I know, because I had one in my caravan once. Right, well, here's our first clump of old ones. There are some others that I'm hoping to get to, but here we go with these. Magical, aren't they? It is spring, so I don't know. How likely it is I can find any nuts. So I'll just do a quick search. What we've got is that one, which that's not a round hole, but I'm still going to have to make that into evidence. So here we are, still there, same trees, unmistakable tree, still there. Okay. I do love these trees. How can you not? But I don't think that one that I've just shown you, the nut, was a dormouse. But I'll have to check that later. Normally they're round holes, and I'm hoping I can find one to show you. And there are some more up there ahead of us and further to the left, but here's what I've found so far. So they look likely. Now for anyone skeptical, there's some, right? But they are different. Those three, they've been split in half. Yeah? And not just a hole cut in the top. That's for skeptics and cynics. So let's go up to these. Again, in half. Different, absolutely different. Some of them haven't been opened, but they've obviously not got a nut in. See, these are not the same. Not the same at all. And again, in half. It's probably my favourite local Witchy Grove. Really. Okay, so we're now going to check out these in that glorious morning light. And the footsteps of footprints of deer, muntjac and roe. The smaller ones are muntjac. And I know they're muntjac horrible creatures. Probably lovely in the right place. There's another one, but I'm not sure it's rounded enough. Ah, oh, look at that one. It's rounded, not quite as round. That one's a little round. Well, I've got to say, so far, the evidence is quite compelling. And possibly in there is one of the smallest holes I've ever seen. Look at that. And the plant on the ground, that green, that's dog's mercury. Not sure what that can be used for. Well, I've found some evidence anyway, and some of them were probably eaten by muntjac and other creatures because of the different way that they were split or opened, split and opened. There's also badger as well, but the two I got down in the Witchy Grove, the Witchy Hazel Grove. Look at this fungus. Weird polystyrene. There's quite an interesting bit of fungus. Does look like polystyrene or hard cold porridge. It's lovely in there though. What a great shot looking in there. Welcome to the world of filmographer. I'm not a photographer, but I know what makes a good shot. That's beautiful to me. I know it is early in the morning. And there's, if we move back, you can see both the fungies, and then look, what's the head up here? Bank of primroses. Now, is that a sign? That's a nut. Shaped like a heart. That's not dormice. Maybe it's love mice. there, the tiniest of moss flowers. Look at that. I don't even know if this is focusing. Kind of looks like it is. But shall I move back and then you can see just how small it is. Right, I'm up to my belly button in height. Okay, well, that is encouraging. This overgrownness, of course, is not. But I will have to keep going out armed with secateurs so I can cut these things. So we're now off to another Hazel Grove, hopefully. There's a lot of brambles already leaning over this path. Now this is one that's not a frequently used one for people who walk here, but I like to keep it open because well, it doesn't take long for a path to disappear. It really doesn't. Now we have to go through a portal here. Okay. This takes us into another kind of realm. And now we traverse some quite difficult areas and slopes. Now apparently, well, I'm seeing what I do as being a kind of monitoring system. I'm a monitor here. And I'll tell you why. Now, I've known this wood for 20 years. I've lived in it and I've worked next to it. I have built a meadow next to it. Now here's one of the most dodgy places in this bit, and I suspect if they do work here, there will be steps being put in here. But what you have to do right now is you sort of have to swing round, and it's not easy. Hence why I think that will become changed. Okay, so we're now into here. Hello. I can smell fox. If you don't know what fox smells like, if you ever smelt skunk weed, yeah, commonly known as marijuana, but messed about with, genetically engineered marijuana, if you want, because that's the truth of it. I mean, I like this bit. This is a path less worn, less trodden. There's a path down through there as well. I'm not sure it goes very far. It's quite interesting. Yeah, maybe something hangs out here. So we have a magical pair of beaches here. No canopy at the moment, but hey ho, we've been here enough. We've been here enough times. But if you are new to the channel, don't forget to like and subscribe if you like all this and want to see more, and click the bell. I've got probably nearly 400 videos up, so some of them are healing, some of them are chatty, some of them are about other subjects that I think people will find interesting, as well as literally just going to places and having a look round for those that can't get there or may never get there. So just down at the bottom here is our next grove. So join me there. And here it is. Well, I hadn't planned to film today, but the light is so good and it's going to be raining tomorrow, so sometimes I don't mind losing some time from work or having to stay later. Well, here we are. This is an ancient wood. It is. I'm not just saying, oh, it's an ancient wood for no reason at all. I just happen to be very lucky that I live in an area with a lot of ancient woodland, but no real massive trees. So, for those of you who don't know, these small branched trees, they're as big as they are at the bottom if they'd have been left. So for example, that one is well over 1 metre at the bottom there in diameter. But these are ancient trees. I had a comment left on my flagship video the other week. Someone saying, oh, this guy, he doesn't know what he's talking about, because the wood can only be 25 years old. And then we go to a tree that's obviously hundreds of years old, and we look at some other trees that are obviously hundreds of years old. So, I mean, if you don't have the young, you'll never have the old. It's so I think that's how he speaks anyway. So let's see if we can find Dormice signs here. thinking it's possibly, I may not. Oh, that tree's got a penis. Well, it's almost a dragon penis. Look how gnarled this is. An interesting decay in the cleft there. But isn't it lovely? Oh yeah. Now, let me just show you. See, this is half. That's not been... Dormice just cut the top off, or the bottom. This has been done in a kind of halfway down, you know, from top to bottom, rather than around the top, a circular hole around the top or bottom. Okay, well, I've had a good look and I can't see any dormicey ones here. That doesn't mean there aren't any, so I will have to come back in the autumn, just have to, and check it out then. I'm happier with the other one. Sorry for the top of my head there, if that's what you're seeing. Oh, well, I found one, actually. Unsure, but it's not round, but then the nut's not round. So these are all done differently. Now there are a selection here, or there is a selection here, but oh, what's that? Yeah, I'm not sure. Some of these are opened in different, well, I think I can see at least 3 different ways. Let's have a look. Yeah, that's across the side. Yeah, well, doesn't mean that there aren't any. Oh, yeah, what's that? Well, I don't know. And there's another one. See, that's not, these ones I'm showing you aren't of holes from top to bottom. This is, there, that's a side one. So, well, my conclusion is that there are some that look very much like they are dormice and have been dormoused. I don't often stand in here. Oh, this is quite a special moment. Because it is a circle of hazel trees. Can you hear the buzzard? Ah, magical morning. Okay, well, yeah, gonna have to come back and check out the fresh ones next year, or this year even. Now, dormice are really cute, okay? Look at me, a grown man, saying dormice are really cute. Well, they are. They just are, really, they are. And right now, they could be asleep in the top of the trees up there in a nest somewhere, because that's where they live. In trees, and their numbers are really dwindling, and they are, I think they're endangered. But also they help to protect land, woods, trees, really, by the fact that they're there, because it's against the law to disturb them. Now, I'm not sure if it's disturb them or to disturb their habitat, or can't remember the exact term, but always good to have the evidence. So thank you for joining me and coming along. Now I'm gonna save this. I've got photographic evidence. I've got, oh, look at this light through here. Oh, that's an elm. Little elm leaves. So I've got evidence on film, and I've got physical evidence, because a photograph won't work unless you do continual photographs of the nut in situ where you found it, and then pan up into the woods so it's obvious where it is. So if you ever go looking, you'll need to write down where it is, coordinates or something. But, you know, anything like that would do, especially if there's a wood that's endangered, and even if not, because you never know when that information will be handy. I'll just show you down through here, because it's a beautiful, beautiful light this morning. and animal path up there, and probably down there too. So thanks for joining me, thanks for watching. Don't forget to check out some of the links below. Donate if you want to. Everything gratefully received. Sign up for a walk or whatever, or just get some healing from the videos, or in person or remotely. And I'll see you next time. Ta-da.